Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Infinity, and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course, the law of attraction. In today's video, we are doing a twin flame reading. So this is a reading specifically intended for twin flames. And right away, as I was getting ready to record this reading, I picked up that some of the twin couples that I'm channeling here may potentially be opposite sign types. So we could be seeing earth and water sign pairings or fire and air sign pairings. But alternatively, there could be something about the two of you that looks very opposite from a physical 3D perspective. I hear someone almost saying like, what if we're too different? So this actually could have presented some kind of obstacle in the past in your connection as it has played out in the 3D world. There could be this feeling of what if we are too different or our lives are too different to make this work. I also got the word best, and I felt someone saying you are or were the best thing in my life. And I also got this overwhelming urge to cry that came out of nowhere. And this leads me to believe that some of you might be feeling a lot of emotional energy coming from your person, but I'm hearing through the silence, through the separation. So there could be a period of time where things are appearing to be separate. I'm hearing at times it looks like we're separate, but we've never been more connected. So that might be resonating for someone, but do keep in mind, oh, and I just saw the name Harry as well. Do keep in mind that I channel many, many different twin flames and connections. So as I always say, only take from these readings what connects with you personally and leave the rest. The word mill came out. For some reason, I heard the name Millie. And also the word writer. So someone might be a writer here of some kinds, or also I'm seeing someone who is writing. This is kind of taking me back to, I hear a masculine saying, oh my gosh, this is like a love, some kind of proclamation of love that isn't being said, but he's saying like, I'm not a poet, but I want to write poetry for you. Like, I'm terrible at singing, but I want to write and sing a song for you. Like, I am terrible at writing, but I want to write you the best love story you've ever heard. And it would be our story put into words. But again, I'm getting that feeling like I just want to cry. There is this feeling that this masculine has that words would just be inadequate here, but he's reaching for them anyway. And he is just filled with this sense of adoration, admiration. I'm hearing the song Adore You by Harry Styles. And there's just this feeling of, you don't have to say you love me. I just want to adore you. Those are some roughly stated lyrics from the song, but you kind of get the gist of what I mean. There is this, it's soul adoration. For some reason, I'm getting this like tingling or numb feeling on my face. And I feel that some of you might be feeling this as well. This could be emanating from the third eye. So there could be a lot of third eye shifts and changes taking place within someone's energy body that I'm getting, realizations happening through inaction with the action card reversed. One is moving forward faster than the other, but both are moving. I feel, wow, and there we go, yin yang in the reverse position. The second card that we pulled, guys, is the yin yang card, which of course is the number one strongest twin flame card in the deck. But the fact this card is reversed and came out right after I said that it seemed like one was moving forward faster than the other, but both are actually moving forward. I feel this could speak to I'm hearing a staggered awakening. Also, the name Joe is coming out for someone. Also, the word law. So someone could be in a legal career or in law school or something along those lines. But what I'm getting is that there are two twins here, and one appears to be spiritually more awakened or awakening faster. And the one who is awakening faster may have questioned, going back to that idea of being too different. This may even be what has led this soul to wonder, am I awakening too fast and leaving you behind, or am I moving too fast? I see someone that just keeps looking over their shoulder. I'm also seeing brown hair or brown eyes here for someone as well. Someone just keeps looking over their shoulder like, are you coming? Are you coming with me? Are you awakening with me? And there is this fear that the other is not going to catch up. I'm hearing to catch up to the truth spiritually. But that isn't the soul's truth of the situation. That is the fear from the ego coming out here. The numbers 17 or 22 may be significant to someone. Also the number 441 I saw earlier. But I'm getting this feeling like we are connected. We are both awakening together. The shifts you are making within yourself, I have felt within my own soul or within my own life. But the thing is that in one person, I feel that these shifts have been more visible. And in the other person, I feel that these shifts may have been more invisible. And two more cards just came out here. Yeah, with rest and rejuvenation reversed and victory kind of in the midway position here. I just heard, are we going to make it? I feel like someone is losing sleep over this. In those moments when I am alone, I feel you, is what I hear someone saying. I also am seeing someone with a very short haircut or a buzz cut or something like that, but that won't be for everyone. I'm hearing victory is almost in sight at the spiritual level, at the soul level, but your heads, your minds don't know it yet. Very interesting. So in the extended version of this reading, we will be channeling more details on this dynamic of one twin here appearing to shift faster than the other and what is really going on in this situation. So that will be in our extended reading on Patreon, which is linked in the pinned comments and description box. But for now, I do want to go ahead and move forward and speak to the masculine here. And of course, I flip over the deck, and what is the card at the bottom of the deck? The Magician and the Mirror card in the midway position. So I really feel this card speaking to the fact that also the number 53 may be significant to someone. I'm hearing this masculine knows more than you know, feminine, meaning he realizes more than you may be consciously aware of, and specifically with attachments in the reverse position. Either he himself is aware of some kind of negative attachments that has been holding him back from his highest version of self, and therefore holding him back also from connecting with you more in the physical world, divine feminine. I'm just getting this feeling of self-awareness, self-reflection. I'm almost seeing a masculine like journaling or watching spiritual videos or self-help books or videos. I feel like this masculine has done a lot of very deep level introspection. For some reason, I'm also picking up on a masculine who has friends or people around them who would make fun of them for doing this kind of spiritual or self-introspection, going on this journey within the self, because they would see it as being a very like non-manly or non-masculine thing to do. But the reason this masculine is doing this is because he is awakening, again, becoming more self-aware and realizing with anxiety upright and deceit in the reverse position, specifically realizing all the ways that he was lying to himself. I have to tell you, I keep getting this masculine looking at a feminine who is in some kind of a challenging situation, connection, or attachments, and wanting the best for her and seeing her. This could go the other way as well. I see one twin seeing the other in some kind of bind or situation or entanglements that is keeping them from being their highest version of self and saying, you deserve so much better. you deserve so much better, but they're not doing anything about it with action in the reverse position. I don't know who that is for, but for whoever that is for, I would like to pull just a few more cards for you. I feel this really could go either direction. This could be the masculine seeing the feminine. I have to say, I keep feeling like it's a relationship, like it's some kind of karmic relationship or attachment of some kind, silence. Yeah, this person is holding their peace, holding their silence, but at the same time thinking, again, I just keep getting like you deserve so much better. They see you with being entangled in something that they on this, not even just a higher self level. Yeah, caring connections in the reverse. There's this feeling like you are entangled with something or with someone who doesn't really care about you the way that I do or the way that I want to. But the ironic thing is, I feel like this person is debating whether or not to say anything about this. They are really holding their peace about what they are thinking, and they aren't really doing anything about it. And I feel that in many cases, I feel that if it's the feminine holding her peace about something, it's because she is, I'm hearing, feeling like this is something the masculine has to do or to figure out on his own. It's part of his spiritual path. If it's the masculine who is looking at the feminine and not saying anything, I feel like it's because he's afraid. I feel it's because he sees her in an entanglement or situation that isn't serving her highest good, but he also feels unprepared, as though he himself doesn't yet have anything better to offer her. However, regardless of which way this is going, there is this pervasive sense of, the word that's really coming out is desperation, that someone is getting desperate here and finding it increasingly difficult to hold their peace, to hold their silence. I know this might apply as a feminine for someone. By the way, I just heard like an M name for someone, but I have to tell you that I'm getting a lot of masculine energy from this person seeing a feminine who is in some situation or entanglement, and it's like they want to be your savior or your rescuer, but they feel like they don't have the proper, it's like they don't have a better offer to make you, or they don't feel prepared mentally, emotionally, spiritually to do this. However, with adjacent possibilities reversed, I see this person saying, I feel like you are leaving me with no possible choice but to break my silence. Okay, so in the extended version of the reading, I am going to be channeling more information on what this person, specifically, I am getting a lot of masculine energy. So, and I just heard fire sign. So this masculine could be a fire sign or have fire sign placements in his birth charts. But regardless, we are going to be channeling in the extended, potentially, what this masculine would want to say if he were to break his silence, or what he will say when he does break his silence, because I do see the communication in that situation shifting very fast. So again, the extended is in the pinned comments and description box. But with Angel of Strength in the upright position here, I just heard something about a test or someone here needing to make the right choice. One counterpart's looking at the other saying, this is a choice or a decision that you have to make. Make the right choice here. Make the soul choice. Make the heart-centered choice. Yeah, this card has to do with personal power and inner strength. Speak your truth and take action on your own behalf. Direct your own destiny. Do what's necessary. Do what's necessary. I feel like someone here could be at some kind of fork in the road situation. I'm also getting something with someone having curly hair here as well. Here we go again. The card Entangled came out another time from the shoebox messages and conversation. Okay, so I feel that someone might be entangled with something that is weighing them down or lowering their vibration in some way, or causing them a lot of feelings of stress or anxiety. And someone here wants to or needs to have some kind of conversation. So in some cases, I feel that this conversation may be that two twin flame souls are going to be having a conversation about this, which is really going to put you right, or put one counterpart, because it could be either counterpart, at the head of this decision, meaning like they are going to be pushed spiritually through this conversation to make some kind of a choice or to make some kind of a decision. And the other counterpart is saying, I hope you make the right choice. I hope you make the heart choice for you, which might be the hard choice here, to release yourself. Only you can release yourself from this prison. I feel, again, this could go either direction, masculine to feminine or feminine to masculine, but there is one counterpart saying, I hope you make the heart choice, even if it's the hard choice, and free yourself from this entanglement that is keeping you from being the best and most fulfilled version of yourself. And again, I do feel that there could be some kind of conversation happening either through a dream or through the 3D world. For some of you, this could be someone breaking their silence after a long period of time to come forward. Yeah, after a long period with action reversed, of inaction, of stagnancy. I also get this feeling that something that has felt in limbo for a very long time, that has felt as though it's been stagnant, or there's been this kind of teetering back and forth between two things, is going to start speeding up very quickly. And one fork in this road is going to be taken for whoever I'm speaking to here. So what does this person need to know who is at some kind of fork in the road here, or going to shift a situation or make some kind of a decision? Inner Earth, you'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. So in part, this speaks about getting out into nature, clearing your energy, grounding yourself before making this choice or decision, whatever it might be for you. And also with big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. I'm hearing, take the opportunity for the new beginning, if that is where your soul is guiding you, even if it feels scary. 7 star sisters, birthing creations, tapestry of life, expression. I am going to read a little bit from the guidebook for this Inner Earth card, because I feel that there's another message here. There are solutions beyond what you can perceive, surprising outcomes to your problems and situations, resolutions that are in the best interests of all involved. If you find yourself facing an obstacle or feeling stuck and have no idea what to do, you're being reassured that there is a way out. You'll survive this and things will work out. If you're stuck in a rut, do something to shake up your energy and shift your thinking. Things that were previously beyond your focus will present themselves. Very interesting messages. I feel that some may intuitively know how that applies for you. I am picking up that for some listening, this will be a divine feminine who is at some kind of fork in the road, or making some type of a decision when it comes to life, her connections, or love. And if this is the case, I will be channeling more higher self messages from both your higher self, divine feminine, as well as your spirit guides at this time of being at some fork in the road, or feeling as though that you're going to be forced or pushed to make. And when I say forced, of course, I don't mean literally forced, because you do have free will, but I feel as though something within you spiritually is pushing you out of your comfort zone to do something, to say something, or to make some type of decision. And I feel that because you are someone who is very intuitive and sensitive, you've been able to feel this moment coming before it has happened or is happening. So again, the link to the extended reading with those higher self and spirit guide messages for you, divine feminine, will be in the pinned comments and description box. But for now, I am going to speak more to the masculine here. So let's have a conversation with the masculine and see what the divine masculine in the twin flame collective is thinking or feeling at this time. Goddess of the moon in the reversed position. So with this card, I really see the masculine in his heart space, in his emotions, in his emotional body here, really I'm hearing going into his emotions, whether for some I'm feeling this is emotion about the past, going back into his emotions or past experiences and recovering some powerful truths. And I hear that this is happening against the will of his mind, the will of his ego. This has been a long time in coming. And I feel that the masculine has been resisting going into his emotions in this way because he knew that it would be painful. But his own inaction or his own attempts to repress have caused him to be put in a position where I'm just hearing from this masculine, it's like there's so much pain from the absence or the perceived absence of his feminine counterpart that he has no choice but to be pushed into his own emotions, to seek that divine feminine energy within himself when he feels somehow disconnected from her at times in the physical. The word cross came out, so someone here might be religious. Specifically, they may be of the Christian faith. In other cases, this masculine might feel as though, I just hear him saying, this is my cross to bear. These emotions, these memories are almost burdening him. They feel like a cross to him. Friendship. So this masculine may be coming forward. Once again, I heard breaking his silence. So if there's been a kind of silence between the two of you, or even if you're in communication, I feel there will be a deepening of communication that in some cases and for some might look at first, or the masculine might present it at first as a friendship or just some kind of amicable relationship connection that may not necessarily overtly be romantic in nature. But I feel the masculine here, if there is a separation between you and him, there is this feeling of, I just need you in my life. My beloved, although we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united. My love transcends time and space. Nothing is missing. This is that higher self knowing, that higher self acknowledging of the connection. And of course, as I said, that higher self acknowledging the connection, guess what card comes out from the Lover's Oracle? Twin flames. Your passion ignites. And with that word ignites, I really heard activated. The numbers 2233 came out here as well. And I am actually going to channel a few messages about those numbers. 2233 means all things are possible. Spiritual awakening, keep the faith. So I feel as though whether this masculine would call it a spiritual awakening or not, that is what he is going through and has gone through. And with that word ignites, I really heard the word activated, twin flame activation, which is very synchronistic because I also just recently recorded a podcast on twin flame activation. So if that terminology is connecting with you in some way, that podcast may also be beneficial to you. So you can check out my channel for that as well. But yeah, with emotions are a natural and necessary part of life, but they can also distort your perception and cloud your vision. So I feel as though this masculine, again, is very caught up in his emotions. And these are weighing heavily on his heart center, but specifically the word I'm getting coming out here is regrets. Also the word sign came out, the word feathers. So someone might be seeing feathers as some kind of sign or symbol from their higher self of their counterparts, but also with the word sign, I'm getting that simply this masculine is seeing a lot of signs for you, feminine, everywhere that are actually coming through this opening, this portal of his own intuition with door to spirits upright. The number 32 is also coming out here for someone as well. But specifically, this masculine with woman holding a coin reversed. I feel that this masculine, I'm hearing, betrayed the connection in the past for something lesser. It's like letting go of something of immense and great value for something of almost no value. I heard trade. It's almost like this masculine made some kind of a trade when he was acting from a state of lower vibration or a lower level of consciousness. I'm hearing a very bad trade-off. So it's like this masculine betrayed you, feminine, or traded this, I'm hearing the purity, the beauty, the intensity of your connection for some other kind of situation. For some, this was a karmic pattern within themselves. So this may not necessarily be a person. This could be anything. It could be family. It could be a behavior pattern, an addiction. A karmic isn't always necessarily a person, but I am getting that for the majority listening, this was some kind of karmic feminine situation. And I feel that this masculine, by betraying this twin flame connection in the past for this karmic situation, he is now aware that he pushed you feminine to disconnect yourself or to walk away in some sense. And the realizations about that have been incredibly painful for him. But also with door to romance in the upright position, I see this desire to open, quite literally to open that door again with you. But again, I feel as though this will come first in many cases under the guise of just opening a conversation, developing a friendship, having an amicable connection for whatever twin flames I'm channeling. But even just this, I'm hearing opening line for some, there could have been a period of silence or separation. This is going to require and does require from this masculine a lot of confidence and courage, and also a commitment to his truest, most authentic self, because he knows, feminine, that you see right through him. And I feel that he knows that you know when he is being inauthentic or not being true to himself or not being honest, quite simply. And because of this, he knows that your love, divine feminine, is intense and beautiful and profound, but it also demands of him the best version of himself, the most self-accountable version of himself, the most authentic version. And that is what you are pulling out of him, but also what he is in the process of preparing himself for at this time. I just got the message of preparing himself for this connection. So in the extended version of this reading, I will be channeling more futuristic messages on how I see this connection with this masculine moving forward into the future. So the link to the extended is in the pinned comments and description. But for now, I am going to be moving forward to the divine feminine's energy. By the way, I just paused on the number 2727, so that might be significant to someone, but also I am going to be looking up that number to see if we can bring forth any messages right in real time. And of course, this number reveals that this is a message of trust, hope, and self-belief. Wow, that feels very synchronistic with the feminine's energy, trusting the divine, but also believing in herself, feeling greater confidence in herself, and also holding the space with, I'm hearing, open-heartedness and open-mindedness for possibilities moving into the future of this connection. So what is going on with the collective divine feminine twin flame? Okay, so we have the anxiety card coming out right away, and I feel this sitting right between the heart center and the throat chakra. So this tells me that some feminine, because of an intensification of feeling, whether this is her own emotional energy or emotional energy coming from her divine masculine, there is this anxiety around communication. For some, I feel an anxiousness in regards to when or how will the divine masculine reach out? Will he communicate? Because there is this feeling of there's so much love here. There's so much emotional intensity here. But also, I feel in many cases that emotional intensity is, I'm hearing, everywhere except in our words. So this could feel like, from the divine feminine perspective, I'm being overwhelmed by emotions that I don't know what to do with. And I feel like even at times, this may have caused the divine feminine to feel a bit impulsive in her own regards to action or moving forward. She may have felt herself kind of wondering, should I be the one to reach out to push this forward? But I feel spirit kind of gently coming in here to say that some of these impulsive urges to be the one to make some kind of sudden move forward may actually be motivated from this space of fear, from this kind of ego-based mindset, this worry And I really feel this divine feminine being asked to release those fears to the divine and to really surrender to the divine unfolding of this connection rather than trying to push anything forward here herself. And the card Big Picture Thinking came out here. Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. And since this card actually came out earlier in this reading also, I do feel we're being guided to read a little bit from the guidebook here. So the guidebook here says, you're likely a natural big picture thinker, here to generate ideas for the future, here to birth a new age and dream a new world into being. The future will be woven by dream makers like you, but those with enough courage to question the way things have been and envision new possibilities for the planet. The world needs more artists, dreamers, inventors, and visionary thinkers. Perhaps you've had an idea recently that you're being called to usher in. If so, this card is your confirmation that it's being divinely guided. Hold your mind open and try not to worry about what others think. For it takes great courage to pave a new path, to trust a vision before it's a reality. So yeah, what I'm really getting here for this feminine is a message from your guides. If you've been feeling anxious specifically about the divine masculine or about the connection, especially in regards to some form of communication, when or if he is going to communicate, I'm really hearing your guides urge you to take all of this emotional intensity, all of this passion, this love, and instead of externalizing it and focusing it on the external masculine in a state of worry or fear, to take all of that powerful energy and turn it inward on yourself, to love yourself more deeply, more profoundly, to really support yourself, your spiritual gifts, to pursue your dreams and goals in life, whatever this might look like for you. And of course, the message of guidance from the Lover's Oracle, if you could do anything, what would it be? The answer dwells in your heart, not in your mind, for the heart is the gateway to the soul. And I'm hearing that really your masculine may be pulling more strongly on your soul, on your heart, because of his current reconnection with his own emotions and these powerful realizations coming through him. But at this higher self level, what his higher self is really calling you to do, divine feminine, is to turn back within yourself, to fully show up for yourself, to support yourself, and to love yourself more profoundly, to cultivate just as he is connecting with his inner feminine at this time, to really continue bringing things into balance with Magician in the mirror in the upright position, the second twin flame card in the deck, to really bring this situation into balance, not by seeking to make the quote unquote right move or right decision in the external, in the physical, but to actually work on your inner masculine, bringing that inner masculine and feminine energy into balance, just as the masculine counterpart I see is working on in the energy planes right now as well. And this is what will open the door to romance upright. It's not the external move or action or choice that opens the door, that brings greater balance into your life and into this connection. It's the choice you make to commit to yourself, your own inner balance and harmony, and to continue rising into your own power, divine feminine. So I will be reshuffling the cards here, but very, very powerful message coming out for the divine feminine. And of course, in the extended, we will be channeling more of those higher self and spirit guide messages for you, divine feminine. Especially if you have felt yourself at some kind of fork in the road or in this kind of restless energy around some type of a decision. This could be related to self-confidence or some kind of new beginning in your life. And if so, if you aren't going on to the extended, what you do need to know with Victory Upright is that you are going to be victorious as you follow the pulling, the calling of your soul. So remember that and hold to that and surrender to the divine unfolding of your life when it comes to all of those moves and steps along the way. So I do want to close this reading with one final card from the Rumi Oracle, but in the extended reading, we will be channeling higher self-love messages from both the divine masculine and the divine feminine to each other. So that will be in the pinned comments and description box under this video. But what is one final message of guidance for twin flames listening to this reading? Two cards came out, the card Commitment and the card The Courage of Your Love. So let's read a little bit from the guidebook for this Commitment card. And the guidebook here says, "The awakened heart is like a lantern. Keep it sheltered from the turbulence of the winds of desire." Rumi. We are candles lit by the one great flame. The breath of life does not extinguish us. On the contrary, it only serves our flame to blaze brighter. Here in the temple of one love, there is no flickering or smoke to our flame. We are natural in our purpose, simply to bring the warmth and lights of love to life. We dance though we are stillness. We are on fire, though we do not burn. There is a flame that must be safeguarded. In truth, it can never be distinguished. It is the light that never goes out. And I really see that, of course, as twin flame love and connection. Even with such enduring power, our recognition and respect of this flame is essential to human development. Desire does not have to be a hindrance on the path. It can show us our passions and help us find our purpose. This oracle comes as a reminder to you. Don't doubt. What you are feeling deep within the passionate love of your heart's light is true. It is real. You are being led into it by the progress of life itself. You must trust in this, even if it seems at times as though you are being led away from the vision. Beautiful messages from the guidebook. And again, we will be channeling many more details for this reading, as well as the higher self-love messages from both counterparts in the extended reading on Patreon, which is linked in the pinned comment and description box under this video. Otherwise, I hope you have a truly wonderful, beautiful rest of your day and week, and I will talk to you again in Friday's Twin Flame reading.